Hi guys, so I read a quote the other day. Sorry for all the paper rustling. It says, "Never give up on a dream because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass away." That's from Earl Nightingale. So when I read that, the first thought I had was like weight loss and diet and stuff. You could really apply it to anything. But for me, because like what I'm trying to do and what some of you guys are trying to do, I found it really, really appropriate, especially if you're trying to lose weight with fibro. So when I read that quote, the reason I thought about it is previous attempts, which they probably weren't really attempts. I mean, like I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to lose weight. And then I never really tried. So sometimes I'll sit there and think like, before I started this weight loss journey, the current one I'm on, I would sit there and think like so many times, back when I joined the gym or back when I bought this diet book or whatever, if I had just stuck with it, how much weight would I have lost by now? But a lot of times in the past, it would be like, I have over like 80 to 100 pounds to lose. And when you think about it like that, it's really, really hard to it becomes overwhelming and you just give up. So, but so many times I've sat there and thought 2 years ago when I tried to lose weight, what if I had done it? 2 years passes like that. Time passes so fast. There was one point where because of my fibro and the blood disorder I have, one doctor had kind of talked about getting a gastric band because with fibro back then, I was sick a lot. I wasn't eating properly, so it was constant flare up. And with my blood problem, on top of that, made it extremely hard to work out or even want to stand up or cook or do anything like that. So, I went into this clinic where you go and you talk to gastric, not a bypass, but the lap band doctors. And I was sitting in this chair in the office, in the waiting room. And this chair I thought was like a love seat. I was like, it's really weird to have a chair as a love seat because it was like a chair at a doctor's office. But then someone came in that was so big. And I realized, oh my God, the chairs here are this big because that's how big the people are coming here. And I was like, I'm not this big. I don't need this. But I still went. I had my appointment. And they said, yeah, your insurance will cover it. And this is what happens. And they were like, but you're just I was 2 pounds at the point where they would do it and my insurance would cover it. If I lost any weight at all, my insurance wouldn't do it unless I had diabetes or something. And I was just like, this is crazy because the insurance wanted me to wait 9 months. I'm like, so for 9 months, I have to stay this size and not lose anything, although pretending at the same time because basically they want you to try to diet. They want proof that you tried to diet. So at the same time, pretending I'm dieting, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. And I left and I never went back. It just wasn't for me. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to try. And I tried for about 2 weeks and I was like, oh, this is boring. Nothing's happening. I don't like eating this food. And I gave up. And, 9 months later, I was like, I don't want to wait 9 months for this. I want it now. We're in a society where you want the weight loss. You want it now. And you don't realize that good things take time, And, 9 months later, I realized that time was just flew by. And if I had just waited 9 months, I'm the exact same size, as when I went into that meeting. So that made me realize how fast time flies. And, every time you try to start a diet and you give up, you think it's going to take too long and then a year goes by. I mean, think about all the diets you've started. And if you had actually stayed on them, how fast that time went and where would you be right now if you hadn't given up? So, I don't know. I found that really, that quote just resonated that, that's what it reminded me of. And so just think about that. Where would you be right now if that diet you tried 6 months ago you had stayed on? You know, the gym, if you really went 5 times a week like you said you were when you signed up, you know, if you have like a DVD thing, workout thing that you ordered, or you paid some ungodly amount of money for, you know, I can't even think of the name of those DVD, like Insanity or PX90 and all that stuff. You know, if you paid all that money for that DVD and then you never used it, where would you be right now if you hadn't said it's going to take too long, or, oh, I'm not seeing the results I want right now? Where would you be right now? Just think about it. And think about that quote. Like, I'm going to say it again. Never give up on a dream because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time passes away. Just think about that. And that's all I really have for this video. It just hit home so much. I just wanted to get that out there and share that thought with you guys. So just think about it, you know, and next time you start your diet, remember that. Remember, if I had done the one last time, or if I had made this let's not even call it a diet, let's call it a lifestyle change. If I had made that lifestyle change a year ago, I wouldn't be here today trying to do it all over again. So I hope you guys have a happy holiday, and that's just some food for thought. Anyways, bye guys.